I've started eating breakfast without music, or I have my phone in another room, and that's my time to myself, my time to experience my positive and my negative emotions. Hi, this is Shelomo Solson, the host of the Teenage Impact Podcast, where we share tips, strategies, and stories on how you can overcome your daily teen struggles. If you haven't done so already, click on the link in the bio where you can download the 7 quick and easy ways to feel better about yourself. I've done over 30 interviews, and these tips are life-changing based off of the interviews that I have done and based off of my own personal experiences. If you're tuning in for the first time and you're listening from Apple Podcasts, go ahead, rate and review the Teenage Impact Podcast, because I'm trying to inspire as many teens as possible, and more people that rate and review it, the higher it will be ranked. Today's podcast episode is going to be how to stay present without one of our mobile phones. No. This is not going to be a lecture on why our generation is always on our phone and how it's so bad and we don't know what we're doing. I will break down some of the pros and cons of having a mobile phone to actually minimize using our mobile phone to stay more present and use our mobile phones more effectively when we need to, and how to minimize our mobile phones to actually create more relationships and bonds and love and memories and create a better, more productive day in our lives. So here it is. About 10 to 15 years ago, our smartphones, people started having more smartphones. They started having knowledge within their fingertips. You can Google pretty much anything. You can learn a new skill. You can make more money. There's more millionaires now than ever today because of a mobile phone. You can talk to someone from another country if you have family members or if you have loved ones who are thousands and thousands of miles away. Now you can connect with them. You can video chat with them. You can pretty much do anything with your mobile phone. It's a good thing that we're having it, because we have so much more knowledge now than we've ever had before. We're more connected now than we've ever been before. But sometimes we need to minimize how we use our phone. To be honest, we don't need to use our phone throughout the day. They actually did a study where people are on the phones every 15 minutes of the day. Is that really necessary? Do we really need to check Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat every 15 minutes? I'm guilty of it too. So I'm not bashing anyone, because I'm completely guilty of it. Here's some of the cons of being our mobile phones and constantly checking our mobile phones. There has been research out there which links our mobile phones with stress, anxiety, and depression. Why? Because when we're experiencing negative emotions, and negative feelings, and when we're going through some challenges, it's hard to face those challenges head on. And when we don't want to face our challenges head on, we find something to distract us from those feelings. The first thing that we take out is our phones. We might scroll through Instagram or watch a YouTube video or watch Netflix, things to get ourselves out of our mind. We put those feelings away and don't deal with those feelings, which can negatively affect us later on in life. My personal experience, I did this. When I used to have anxiety or when something bad happened, I didn't want to deal with it, so I would just be on my phone to kind of get my mind off of things. That actually made it worse, because I realized that a week from then or a month from then, I still felt the same way. So instead of tackling the challenge head on, I resorted to my phone. I resorted to social media. I resorted to YouTube. I resorted to a lot of things on my phone. Another way mobile phones have negative impact on us is we don't stay present. I've been with friends. I've been on dates where people take out their mobile phones. Now, I've been on a few dates where the girl takes out the mobile phone because their group chat is blowing up, and she's like, I can't wait until I can't reply back in an hour. I have to reply back now. But that's the kind of mentality people have when they have Instagram notification, Facebook notification, someone Snapchats us, someone text messages up, group chat is blowing up, all these different things. And I'm guilty of it too. People have called me out because of it, because I got a cell phone at 16, but I didn't get a smartphone until 22. And when I got my smartphone, I did a lot of catching up. People have smartphones at 17, 18 years old, and I'm here getting a smartphone at 22 years old. And so I got Snapchat, Instagram. I was addicted to my phone, and I missed out on a lot of present moments with my family, with my friends, because I'm always going through my mobile phone, and that prevented memories from happening. A negative way where a mobile phone can impact you is you're not in tune with your emotions. Your emotional intelligence, it can really decrease it, because here's why. When you're on your mobile phone, you're not really thinking about what you're going through. But when you're not on your mobile phone, if you're just in silence and meditation, if you're solo, you think of your positive and negative thoughts. And when you're going through all these different thoughts, you actually try to find solutions to some of these problems. And when you're going through positive thoughts, these are actual, genuine positive thoughts that you're thinking, and not something that's created from a device or something that we do. Last way I think a mobile phone could be negative is it can create low confidence. It can create low self-esteem, especially with social media. When I first graduated at 23 years old, I was super ambitious, wanted to tackle the world. And that's when I started following motivational people on Instagram. And my Instagram feed was filled with motivational people that was always hustle, 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 sacrifice time with friends and family, and then you will be successful. And I'm here spending time with friends and family. I'm feeling guilty. I'm feeling anxious because of it. And I'm comparing my life, which was phenomenal at the time, to someone who's 15 years more ahead of me and more successful than me. I'm comparing my life to them, and that's creating anxiety. And I had to go through therapy to unwire some of my thoughts because of that. And it's to know that my anxiety formed because of someone else's social media accounts is ridiculous. People actually compare their lives to other people's lives that's on social media. No one ever posts negative things on social media. Rarely anyone does. They always post the happy things. And when they post the happy things, you look at those happy things like, why can't my life look like that? And when you compare yourself to someone else, anxiety, depression, stress, maybe even suicidal thoughts form in your brain. And these are all some of the cons that mobile phones have on us. And here are some of the things that I think therapists told me to do, and I think you should also follow too. The first 30 minutes of waking up, don't be on your phone. I probably do this half the week. I used to do this every single day, but I've limited to probably a few times a week where I'm on my phone when I wake up. I'm trying to get to zero time, but when I'm not on my phone, what I do is I start my day. I start my day, not someone else's day. When you check social media the first thing in the morning, you're looking at other people's days, not your day. Shut off your alarm, get up, brush your teeth without music, eat breakfast without music. I've started eating breakfast without music, or I have my phone in another room, and that's my time to myself, my time to experience my positive and my negative emotions. Nowadays, I just see people eat breakfast with the TV on or with the phone. But when you don't have your phone, you're actually there thinking. You're actually there probably solving possible problems and challenges in your life in your head while having breakfast. It's your time to yourself. It's your time to reflect without a phone. And then another thing is before going to sleep, 30 minutes before going to sleep, don't have your phone. Tough thing to do, especially when you're trying to fall asleep and you're scrolling through social media and you're trying to fall asleep. But when the ironic thing is when you have your phone before trying to fall asleep, you actually do not fall asleep. your mind starts to wander. Your mind starts to think from looking at the phone. And then on top of that, if you have your phone and it's nighttime and it's completely dark, that blue light can actually help prevent you from going to sleep. So don't have your phone 30 minutes before going to sleep. Also, when you're doing an important task, focus on the task at hand unless you're watching some type of tutorial. Focus on the task at hand. Put your phone on silent, put your phone in another room. It doesn't matter. Because when you focus on the task and you don't have your phone constantly out, you can get that task done quicker and you could do a better job doing that task if you're not being busy on your phone. When you're hanging out with friends, put your phone away. When you catch yourself doing it, have some type of trigger where you remind yourself when you're on your phone with your friends, quickly put it back away. I catch myself still up until this day. If I'm with friends, I'm with family members, I might allow myself maybe a few minutes out of the whole time I spend with them. But when I catch myself spending too much time on my phone or being with friends and family members, I snap out of it, put it right back in my pocket. Trust me, you're going to create a lot more memories while doing so. When you're present doing these things, when you're present being with friends, family members, eating breakfast, brushing your teeth, working out, doing activities, it's not going to completely eliminate your stress. It's not going to completely eliminate your depression, your anxiety, but it will alleviate some of those symptoms and it will help you be more in tune with your feelings to try to figure out how to overcome some of the difficult challenges in your life. Now, what are some actionable steps you can start taking today to be on your phone less, to be more in the present, and to be more mindful? Schedule time to be on your phone. Being on your phone is not bad. You can be on your phone, do productive things on your phone, so many different things you could do on your phone, but schedule time to aimlessly be on your phone, whether it's a 5-minute break in between tasks, whether it's nighttime, whether it's during midday, whatever it is, schedule time where you're on your phone and that's your time to kind of like just be on your phone. Another thing is you can use your phone to research things, but make sure that you're only using your phone to do those activities. So if you have a specific project or if you're trying to develop a new skill, you're on your phone, that's what you need to do, but make sure you don't actually, exit out of whatever you're doing and going on Instagram or going on Facebook. Another actionable step is I put my phone on silent. Sometimes people get mad at me for not texting them back. Well, I didn't text you back because I put my phone on silent because I'm trying to be in the present and I'm trying to accomplish a certain task. And it's helped me a lot from not constantly checking my phone because sometimes I even forget. I check my phone and I'm like, oh my gosh, my mom called me twice or this person texted me like 5 times. It kind of feels good. It's like, oh, I haven't checked my phone. It feels good. I've been productive. And you can actually be more productive when you check your phone less. If you're really addicted to your phone, delete distracting apps. Only use them when you re-download it or go to that particular website through a browser. That's the only time you can be on that particular site because it's going to create inconvenience for you and you're going to be on those apps a little bit less. And then when you notice that you're less addicted to your phone, you can download the distracting apps again and you won't be as tempted to go on it as you did before. Another thing you could do is you could turn off push notifications. When you get push notification by group chat or Instagram or Facebook, it's human nature to be like, okay, I want this push notification to 0. But if you turn that off and you only schedule time to go on that particular app on a certain time throughout the day, you won't care about the push notification. You'll only care about, allowing that specific time to be on the app. I hope this really helps you actually minimize some of your distractions throughout the day. I know you want to be on your phone. I know that sometimes people actually might get grumpy if they're not on their phone throughout the day. Their time on the phone is just time to kind of just relax and wind down. Totally okay. But if you notice on iPhones, I'm not sure about Android, but I know on iPhones, you can record screen time. It shows you your daily and your weekly usage. If you're using it for luxury more than just a couple hours a day, then you need to implement these tips, because you're going to watch your productivity increase. You're going to watch you be more in tune with yourself. You're going to spend more quality time having meaningful conversations with friends and family. And you're going to create memories you have with them because you're not on your phone. I hope you implement some of these tips, even if it's one or two of them. I hope this episode helped. If you haven't done so already and you know someone that's going through a fun, go ahead, share the Teenage Impact podcast with them, because it's the best podcast out there for any teen to listen to, where you can share stories, tips, and strategies on how to overcome daily struggles. So until next time, peace.